In my years of self-publishing, I have tried all the different formatting methods for getting a book from a polished Word document to a book that's ready for e-readers or for print. So today I'm going to go over the pros and cons of each method. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm MK Williams. I'm an author and I also write under the pen names Mary Kate Williams and Kate Williams. I love sharing my insights about all things books and publishing with you. Before I get into the details of today's topic, don't forget to hit subscribe. You'll be notified every week as I put out new videos about publishing, making a career being an author, and now being a mompreneur. Now, this video is for self-publishing authors because we're the ones who have to handle all the decisions about how the book actually gets formatted. When you traditionally publish, your publisher handles that. You don't have to worry about it. Now, this formatting does include the conversion to a responsive ePub file for e-readers and a print-ready PDF file for paperback or hardcover. I do a lot of other videos about audiobooks, and I always kind of treat them separately because they are their own separate beast. So what are all of your options for getting your book formatted for ebook and for print? Now, as an indie author, you can DIY this. You can do it yourself. There are free softwares that you can use to format it all by yourself. There are paid softwares that you can use to format your book, or you can hire a professional. Those are your three main options. So let's break it down first. So the DIY free options. So you can do this full DIY and do everything in Microsoft Word. I don't recommend this. So while a formatted Microsoft Word document can be uploaded to KDP for your ebook, most other platforms are now requiring an ePub file. Or you're going to notice that the Microsoft Word, the coding in the back end of it gets glitchy and it breaks things. So it's a best practice just to have the ePub file. So getting that is ideal. Also, even if you only ever plan to have your ebook available via Amazon KDP, and you think, well, then all I need is the Microsoft Word because I'm going to be in KU, Kindle Select. First of all, you might change your mind. Second of all, the Microsoft Word formatting can still get glitchy and wonky. So you're kind of taking that risk. I would say if you haven't done anything fancy with drop caps, if you haven't tried to do anything fancy with your section breaks or section headers, you're probably going to be fine. But I know more authors are now trying to add more of those elements, and that is going to really make things wonky and glitchy. Now, for your print files, right? So ebook is its own separate thing. For print, you have to have a PDF. So you can only submit a PDF file when it's coming to Amazon KDP for print, IngramSpark for print, everything else. Amazon KDP does offer templates for print in Microsoft Word that you can copy everything into and then save to PDF from MS Word. IngramSpark doesn't allow that. I think there've been some exceptions. Like recently, we're like, oh yeah, you can, but you have to do all these things first. And I would say if you are not a design savvy person, don't save from Microsoft Word to PDF and expect it to work. I've seen too many people kind of come to me in the comments
Like, oh, well, I saw now in IngramSpark, you can save from Microsoft Word to PDF.
and then they're commenting 2 days later,
Like, why am I getting all these errors on my upload?
you save from Microsoft Word, PDF. In general, it's not a best practice. So what can you do then? Okay, so formatting softwares that you can use for free are Scribus and Calibre. They're open source, and so that's how you know that they're free. Any software that says it's open source, it's free. So those are softwares that you can use for your book. I have a Scribus tutorial. It is very old. It is out of date. But if you wanted to use Scribus for your print formatting, you could do that. Calibre is another option that I know other authors use, and you can find those tutorials on YouTube, elsewhere on the internet. And so what it's going to cost you is your time, right? To learn the software, to be patient as you're figuring it out that first time. If you have a knack for picking up new softwares, this could be a fun learning opportunity for you, and add this skill set and maybe even help other people format their books. And maybe you make some money off of that so you can pay for covers or things like that. But what you save in money, you will spend in time. From like, so if you're truly just like trying to get your book out on a shoestring budget, I know I was there before. Like, this is a more ideal option to use the Scribus or the Calibre for the print. You can still use the MS Word for your ebook if you're just uploading to Amazon KDP. But if it's stressing you out too much, if you are seconds away from throwing your laptop out the window, let's avoid this option and go on to our next DIY option. So the next DIY option is to use a paid software. So there is a bit of an investment here. So while the real pros, the real professional book designers are going to use probably Adobe InDesign to format a book, us indie authors are lucky to have softwares made for us. So there's Vellum, Scrivener, and now Atticus. All of them offer out-of-the-box formatting solutions for authors. Now with Vellum and Scrivener, and I believe with Atticus, you can draft in that software as well. I've tried Atticus and I liked it. I had several videos on tutorial how to do it and my review of it. It was much easier than the open source softwares to figure out. I think it's because it was built by an indie author, so they kind of know how it needs to function for a book, whereas Calibre and Scribus can be used for making pamphlets and making brochures and all manner of things that you could have formatted. Whereas with Atticus, they know, oh, this is for a book, so it's just set up for a book. So that was really nice. I could export to both EPUB and to PDF for print, and all the files were accepted the first time around, which was really great. This can be a nice middle ground between totally free formatting, but you have to do it all yourself, and then paying for a pro. With Atticus, I paid one fee of $147, and now I can use the software as many times as I need it. So my cost goes down each book. So that's really nice to know that like 5 years from now, if I need to be updating my books and they're still there, yep, I can just save it, export, don't have to pay any extra fee. That's what's nice about the DIY options, whether you go with free or you use one of these softwares, is that you are going to own the files, right? So for me, like I can access my files at any time I need, whether I find a typo or I want to update my other works by because I keep putting out new books and need to update that. All of those things I have control over. I have more books that come out in a series. I can update the back matter and the front matter. If I want to add a bonus chapter for an exclusive edition, I can do that. It's much easier, but I need to make sure all the files are stored in a safe place so I don't lose them. So that is one thing to keep in mind. Is yes, Atticus comes with cloud storage. I still back everything up. When you're using Scribus or Calibre, if you're going to do it DIY, just make sure you have the source files saved to the cloud somewhere. Like, don't just trust your hard drive backup because your hard drive might crash. That happened to me. The third option is professional formatting. It's hiring a professional. This can save you all the headache you would have of doing it yourself, but you have to pay them. So there are freelance designers out there who can do both the cover and the interior formatting for you. Before you hire them, find out their experience. If they have years of experience in design, but not book design, you should not have to pay as much as somebody who is super as experienced in just books. Right? They're trying to build that portfolio. So if they have years of experience in design, but not so much in books, you are still going to need to provide them with the design guides for each platform. Every platform has them. So whether it's Amazon KDP design guide, Amazon IngramSpark design guide, they exist. You should be able to send those to the designer. So even if this designer has experience on the traditional side of publishing, you are still going to need to provide them with the design guides for Amazon KDP, IngramSpark, Draft to Digital, because this is a new platform to them and the way they want the files is different. And all of them want the files a little bit differently, okay? Also, you need to make sure that they can provide you with the EPUB file. Some designers are just going to provide you with print. So ask those questions up front. What are you providing me? Am I just getting the PDF? Am I getting an EPUB file? What am I getting? Make sure you're asking those questions. I actually go over that in self-publishing for the first-time author of the questions you should be asking, so you can check that out. So with this process of hiring a professional, you're going to send over your final files. You are not going to change a single text or character after you send these files. You're done. You're done. You're not touching the book anymore, okay? You're going to send the files and your tastes, and they're going to do the work. Done. This gives you more time to do the marketing and the promotion and write your next book, which is really nice. Now, some designers will charge more based on their experience. There are really amazing companies out there like 100 Covers who offer these packages. You can get the cover, the interior, you can get extra marketing, and I would say they have self-publishing prices, right? Easy button. Done. Now, depending on your budget, your tolerance for learning new technologies, and your curiosity to learn a new skill, you'll find that one of these options resonates with you more. All of them are options that I have used. All of them are options that I know other authors have used and continue to use. Even some established authors will still keep doing it the same way they've done it before because, like, well, I've been DIYing it the whole time. It's been working. Why would I change it? So, I have tried to evolve and say, like, I now need somebody to do it for me because I can't. I have other things to do. I also have a human to raise now. So my priorities have changed. So whichever option resonated with you, go with that, try it out. I've enjoyed the ease of just sending my files to a team, but I also liked having more direct control when I was DIYing it. There's benefits to each. Now, I go over this decision and many more in self-publishing for the first-time author. So again, I do recommend that you check that out because it's going to walk you through those decisions, the questions you should be asking, etc. All right, if you found this information helpful, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe, or hit the shiny thanks button. That tells YouTube you got value from this information, and then they can get it in front of other authors like us. Now you can get back to writing your book.